yeah, just during lockdown, I think we all had to kind of pick up new habits and new ways of doing things. And some we nailed and some we absolutely did not.
And new uses for avocado because we were all just trying. We're trying to do what the spa does.
I see, like, I don't even get it, but hey, it looks cool. I'm going to give it. Totally.
You're just gonna go with it. Well, let's stay on that thought, Sia, and let's talk about the mental changes and the
Yeah,
mental, health that and the
yeah.
changes that you've had to deal with under lockdown and how you've come out better. What are some of the things that you learned during this time of not being able to do anything?
I think like we were fortunate enough we were able to travel with the foundation and we were allowed to go around so
Yes.
and we were able to help where we could. But I think that took a lot out of me, just seeing how people are living in our country and the amount of struggle. And that's why when people ask me how I was locked down, it was amazing for me. And that's what I tell my kids too. You've got a TV, you've got running water, you've got food every day, you've got internet, you've got everything that you want. And there's people out there who don't even have running water and the stuff that I saw and food. And and then I thought to me, and that took a lot out of me. Every time I came back, I was always down. You're doing well, because we were only doing maybe 100 families, sorry, 500 families wherever we went, and we always left others behind
Others.
up, and that was really tough. And then it took a lot out of me. And then I've got a couple of my friends, like I've got a group of men that I talk to when I'm down, and because I think us as men really do need that. We don't
So good, yeah.
we don't have that vulnerable space where you can say straight up, "Listen here, boys, I'm struggling with this."
Yeah.
And I told them like I'm struggling. I don't know what to do. And they asked me a simple question: when last have you thought about you? When last have you sat down
Sure.
and checked on yourself a bit, and see how you are doing? And I always I always realized that I always give myself away the whole time, but I never, refill
You
the
never
tank.
refill
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
And so now what I've learned is that I gotta make sure I I spend at least whenever I can spend a couple of minutes just for myself and just breathe and pray and sit and read, and that helps me quite a lot. It fills me up to carry me through the week or through the day and whatever I need. And that's what I found out, that make sure that you are good first, then you can help
Yeah.
others afterwards. When you are empty, there's nothing you can give to others.
Mm.
Fill yourself up and then keep on refilling every now and then.
And there's nothing selfish about it. It reminds me of the saying from Iyanla van Sant where she speaks about everybody else is supposed to get the overflow from you. That's what they're
Yeah,
supposed to drink from. They're
yeah,
not supposed to drink from inside your cup. So there's nothing selfish about filling yourself up. I love that. Rachel, when Sia was talking about his group of guys that he speaks to and a vulnerable space and how men don't often speak about emotions and things like that, the importance for you just as a partner to see your husband like going to that vulnerable space and how important you think it is for other couples to almost create that space for their spouses to be able to just cry on my shoulder. You don't always have to be strong.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And um, it wasn't always that way. Like, honestly, he didn't always have a safe group of guys that would kind of hold him accountable and he holds them accountable. It came through a lot of challenges, and it got to a point in his life where I was like, I need to make some changes. And in order for me to do that, I need to find um, a group of guys that do hold me accountable. And their boys' nights are completely different to what other people would consider a boys' night.
Boys, yeah.
It's absolutely incredible. And I think it's so great that he is talking about it. And I think for everyone listening in, like especially any men listening in, guys, don't underestimate like the power of community, especially like in a men's environment. And I think that men often undermine what that looks like. But if you can kind of get together like with some sort of structure and some sort of plan, that your boys' nights don't turn into the typical boys' nights, that actually like it is for your heart and soul. And the days are long gone of like men having to keep it all together and just provide for their family and no crying and be a man and man. Those days are over now. Like, men deserve to have the same opportunity that women do in their vulnerability and sharing that and being comfortable in that. So yeah, it's always incredible to hear him speak about it, and it excites me for the younger generations that may be watching. you don't have to be all macho and strong and have it all together all the time, because that's impossible. And I think it's important to share your vulnerability openly, and I think that it assists so many other men in the process. So it's very beautiful, and yeah, my only wish is for more men to kind of to find their circles, find their groups, and to really just invest their time and effort into that.
I couldn't have said it any better myself. Vulnerability is courageous. Vulnerability is beautiful. And for me, it's the new sexy.
Come on.
Now, Rachel, Siya, as a couple, you are often, referred to as hashtag couple goals. You've got the balance between career, life, family, and self. But what are your couple goals? Like Justin, Jay, Rachel, and Siya sitting at home and you're thinking to yourselves, when we say we are couple goals, what does that mean to us?
Sitting, watching series with our pajamas on and just chilling. Yeah, I think you know what, we actually don't see ourselves as like couple goals, because we just go on each and every single day and we just want to be better, love each other more, get to know each other more, and be the best we can for our kids. And we look up to other people. We always try and learn something for whatever couple we meet. And sometimes it's stuff that we don't want to do, or it's sometimes good and sometimes okay, maybe we don't want that. And we're growing each and every day, and we're not perfect, and we'll never be perfect, and we'll keep on trying to be to be as good of parents as we can be to our kids, to my brother and sister. That's all I try and be, the best role model I can be to my son and to my brother and to my daughter and my sister. And that's, I keep it that small, because I don't want to be thinking about being a role model for everyone. And power couple means
Yeah.
there's something different to somebody else, and you can't look at our life and you think this is how your life is going to turn out to be. It could be different, and you gotta accept that. You just gotta find, there's always something you can learn out of someone's relationship, and if you can take that with you. But there's something special in you. We're created uniquely. You were created that way, and your partner is that way, because there's something that brings you together. And somewhere along the line, someone will look up to you as well. So yeah, we just try and keep it in a small circle, and try to do things that we want our kids to also do, and or be the way that we want them to be.
I think it's important for everyone to remember as well that we don't have it all together all the time. As Siya touched on, we're not perfect. So what you see on Instagram, just be very aware, is not always the truth. And I'm not talking about us specifically, I'm talking in general. A lot of the stuff out there is fake. People are not posting their failures. They're not posting their mess ups, their screw ups, they're posting all the happy, good times. So we definitely have challenges. I think one thing that's important when it comes to a couple is to remember that I could make it work with Siya. I could also make it work with 5 other guys, but I chose Siya, and I fight for Siya, and I fight for my marriage and my love for him. And I think that, in a world that's so fast paced at the moment and moving so quickly, and, you're always on to the next best thing. We're so quick to be like, it's not working out, on to the next one, and drop off. This whole thing of fighting for someone and really believing that you can bring out the best in them and they can become the best version of themselves, it's hard to find these days. So also our intention was to really make marriage and a partnership look cool. Like it must be fun. It is awesome, special. And unity, not only in our marriage, but unity as a family. We want to model that people look at that and like, that's something I want. Like, I want that too. Not this onto the next one the whole time. Because firstly, that's not healthy for you and your sanity, but it's not healthy for anybody else around you either. So to model what good, healthy unity looks like, and fighting for someone. And do we get it right every single day? Absolutely not. Like, we still... yes, to some it may be couple goals. For us, we just like,
it's a work in progress every day.
Totally,
we're learning every day about one another, and that's the ultimate thing. You always learn something new. Same with your kids as well. You learn something new every day. So you just have to keep on investing, and challenges will come. along there. We've had our challenges, and we'll probably have more challenges along the way.
Yeah.
It's all about knowing that you're actually not fighting the person, you're fighting